Rise and shine on Australia's Vision Christian Radio.
It's your Wednesday podcast. It's your old mate with the dodgy shoulder these days, DJ Payne, bringing you the podcast as I'm recording this in my home studio here where I've been recuperating. Robbo and Fel, very faithfully doing Rise and Shine for you, have just finished off Wednesday's show, and they've tasked me to bring you the podcast version of it. I'm very excited to be back doing that. I think they've just basically got me doing this so I remember exactly what radio is all about and how to do it. So I'm having to listen through and remember, oh yeah, that's right, we do it like that, we do it like this. But thank you to everyone who's reached out and been so kind with their support as I've been recuperating with this shoulder of mine. Still got a long way to go. But getting into today's podcast, Robbo and Fel have a lot of fun. They get into Music Machine first up. Now, if you're a Christian music lover like myself, I know how much you love the Music Machine, and it's a very special episode of it today. Let me just say, as I finish this today, this recording, I'm going over to the the good old cassette tape machines and getting a brand new Music Machine ready for you for tomorrow and for when I get back next week. Now, the other major theme that they're talking about on today's show is fathers. Obviously, coming up to Father's Day, people giving some honour to their dads, which is absolutely beautiful. And one of the other big themes is they get to talk to a brand new Vision ambassador. Now, if you haven't heard, Vision has got an ambassador program, and if you are a hardcore Vision fan, and you probably are by listening to the podcast here, and you want to go represent Vision in your community, we've got this amazing new program called the Vision Ambassadors. You can find out all the information at vision.org.au/ambassadors. That's vision.org.au/ambassador. And you literally just do a Google search, Vision Christian Radio Ambassador. It'll pop straight up. You get to see a beautiful video of resplendent Robbo and the wonderful Gwendolyn, and they'll tell you all what's involved. It's really, really cool. You get some great perks there. So you get to have a chat to Robbo and Fel get to have a chat to a brand new Vision Ambassador today. And for those who've been keeping track, very sadly, I've got to let you know, I'm going to let you down gently. Today, no Petra on the show. So all of you Petra Tragics.
Petra Tragic.
Hate to disappoint you. No Petra on today's show, but don't worry. You can always listen to it yourself. All right, enjoy the show. I'll be back on the podcast tomorrow, and don't forget, Monday the 2nd, I'm back in the studio.
The Rise and Shine podcast.
Mac Rock Magnify. You're waking up with Rise and Shine with Fel and Robbo.
And we're talking Father's Day this week because it is on Sunday, Father's Day. And so we're talking father figures today. So we'd love to hear from you. If you've got a father figure in your life that you'd like to honour, give us a call or send us a text. But yesterday we were talking about Father's Day gifts, and we had a call from Abraham, which was really nice along that theme.
Okay, so the greatest gift that I've received in life for Father's Day is my blessed, beautiful children of 4.
Oh, that's the
lovely.
right answer. Well done.
And what tops it off, we cherish and love our kids, and we sacrifice for our kids. So when the Heavenly Father has sacrificed the death of his Son for our sins, that's the salvation sacrifice that we all should have.
Yep, amen.
So that's my story in regards to Father's Day gifts. Every time I see my kids, that's a blessing.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Beautiful.
That's so good. And you're so right, aren't you? I mean, I know it's a funny thing, obviously we talk about God as our Heavenly Father, but when we become parents ourselves, we sort of learn so much, like you don't really understand, I think, that the dynamic of it so much. And even, as they grow, like I know, for me, when my kids were in their teen years, you were learning a lot more about, some of the frustrations that our Heavenly Father must face, when the kids do things, and then you think, oh, actually, I've done that to God as well, so it kind of puts everything in perspective.
Just want to add one quick story. Many years ago, I met the CEO of Sony Australia, and he was obviously a new parent or new dad, and he said, what? He said, it's hard. I said, what do you mean? It's hard to be a parent. I said, why? when you've been given a gift like this, that doesn't come with any instructions on how to deal with it, what to do and how to turn it on and turn it off. I said, mate, stop looking at material things. Just find the love that the kids give you.
Yeah. There you go.
That's right.
You don't
So
need an
true.
instruction book.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Thanks for the call,
man.
mate. See ya.
God bless.
We'd love to hear from you today. We're talking father figures as we head into Father's Day. So give us a call, 1-800-316-316. Tell us about the father figures in your life. It might be a coach or a grandfather or maybe someone from church, someone that's played an influential role in your life.
Abraham's already taken Father God.
That's
so,
right.
I mean, that is really the ultimate answer. So he's sort of stumped us early. But yes, I would love to know. It's very special. And as Father's Day comes up, a reminder, you are counting down those sleeps now. If you're going to paint something, this is a good day to get the paint.
That's right.
If you're going to paper mache, I don't know if you've ever paper mached, but you have to do a bit a day. So if you were going to paper mache like an egg for your dad, today's your day to get started with that one.
Good
There you
advice
go.
there. I like that. So let us know who your father figure is. Give us a call, 1-800-316-316.
Across Australia, this is Rise and Shine with Fel and Robbo on Vision.
What he says about you, that's unspoken. And you're on Rise and Shine with Fel and Robbo.
That's a great song, and it reminds me of another great song from Lauren Daigle. You remember that one, You Say, which was
yes.
from back in the day. Massive hit for her. But that was a really bad segue into the fact that Lauren Daigle's coming to Australia in
I've
November.
done worse than that, for sure. Look, Lauren is coming. I'm excited because it's called the Kaleidoscope Nights Tour. And if you're interested, she posts a lot on Instagram. And it looks spectacular. So much colour, so much excitement.
Yeah.
If you've got teenagers or younger people in your world, this is going to be a great concert.
Absolutely, yeah. She is an incredible entertainer. Her vocals are just off the charts. Like, I don't know how she does it with the songs that she sings, but she's going to be here in November. So Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne and Perth. So a fairly short tour for her, but doing a quick buzz around the country. And the good news is that we have tickets to give away. So a double pass for each of those venues up for grabs. But you need to jump in this week to register your interest in that, and then we'll draw the winners next week.
So it's pretty easy, though. You just have to go to vision.org.au/giveaway. We're not making them sing, dance,
that's right.
submit a photo. Nothing fun at all, actually. Obviously, I was not in charge of this competition. You just have to put your details in and you'll be in the draw to win, but you do have to do it by Sunday.
That's right.
So if you get to Father's Day and you haven't done it, quick remind yourself, you could win yourself and Dad a prize.
That's right, yes, double pass. So you could take Dad, if you like, or someone else in your life to one of these shows. So register, it'll only take you a couple of minutes and you'll be in the running for the Lauren Daigle tickets. And as mentioned, we'll announce those. In fact, when I say we, that'll be you and DJ. We'll be announcing next week. Yeah, so I reckon if you draw the winners out, then you could give them a call and let them know that they've won. So
that's very exciting.
that'll be fun.
Or maybe I can make them sing
No,
then.
that's right. Then they can sing.
Sing
So
for the tickets.
You've almost won, but you'll have to sing to get them.
There's one more hoop to go through. But anyway, how about we listen to some Lauren Daigle with Thank God I Do.
Thank God I do.
Lauren Daigle.
So nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Imagine being there in concert for free.
All
Don't
you have
forget.
to do is go to vision.org.au/giveaway. And I might make you sing next week. No,
Yeah.
I won't really. Or I might. Who knows? But one thing that you could do to win today, you don't have to wait till next week, is Music Machine.
That's right.
If you're like me and you never have a clue what's even happening when that gets played out, we've now got all the pieces that have been put together. I don't know, how much of a clue have you thought about this, Robbo? Are you going to read them all out for us now?
No, I'm not going to say anything
you're
now.
not?
So no, we're going to do the
Well,
Music
that's very
Machine
mean.
after the headlines
Yeah.
and just going to play the songs. And you can, because if people have been paying attention, they should know them now. They've been
That's a bit harsh.
writing them down. So,
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay,
got to work for it.
There you go. Robbo's much meaner than me. If you want to complain, he's the one to go to. But something you'll never complain about is the Vision National News headlines. And, well, that's what we've got coming up next.
That's right.
Getting you up and ready to face the day. This is Rise and Shine with Fel and Robbo on Vision.
Stephen Curtis Chapman, do it again. Well, should we?
Listen carefully. Identify all the songs and the artists in the correct order and win a great prize. It's Rise and Shine's Music Machine.
Yeah, well, if Stephen says to do it again, we really should. And funnily enough, Stephen Curtis Chapman, that's a brand new song from him.
Is it?
And he is featured in the Music Machine with the song from the 80s. So imagine that. He's been putting out music for 40 years.
That is very impressive, actually.
It's impressive. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's play this. So if you've been listening the last few days, we've all the pieces of the puzzle are together. So we know the name of the song and the artist for each decade. But you need to tell us that in the correct order and you'll win yourself a great prize.
You're saying you're not going to give any clues away today?
No, I'm not going to say anything because
harsh.
if people have been keeping notes at home, they should be able to ring up and just swoop in and win the prize today.
Well, people, if it doesn't go off, I'm going to start intervening, I think.
Yeah.
But here we go. Let's have a listen. No clues. What are these?
So 70s first. And then to the 80s. Then the 90s. Then the 2000s. And 2010s. Alrighty, so give us a call if you can identify the name of the artist and the song for each of those 5 decades in the right order. Then you'll win yourself a $140 voucher from the Armoury Bookshop.
That's the highest we've had, I'm sure. I don't remember anyone higher than that. So you can go over to thearmorybookshop.com.au and you can have a look already and start spending it, I suppose. But actually, before you do
window
that,
shopping.
how about you give us a call and let us know if you know those in order without any clues. I think it's very good.
I reckon we can do it. 1-800-316-316.
Great conversations, fun, inspiration, and more. Rise and shine with Fel and Robbo on Vision.
Emerson Day, God ain't finished yet, but we are hoping this might be finished.
Listen carefully. Identify all the songs and the artists in the correct order and win a great prize. It's Rise and Shine's Music Machine.
Fel is definitely finished with the Music Machine for this round anyway. We are looking for a winner, someone that can give us the 5 decades worth of songs, artist title and song name. And let's have a listen one last time to these 5 songs.
Here we go.
Put the tape in.
Talk us through
Starting
it,
from the 70s.
Are you giving no clues?
No clues.
Gee, you're harsh.
Then the 80s. In the 90s. And then 2000s. And 2010s. So there we go. That is the mixtape. And what do you think those songs are? Well, we do have a caller. So Karen's on the line. How you doing?
Hi, girl.
Have you got it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Excellent.
Okay, well, I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
But we should check first.
All right, run through them for us. From the 70s, what do you got?
David Meese, Everybody Needs a Little Help.
Yeah, 80s.
Stephen Curtis Chapman, More to This Life.
Good, 90s.
Rebecca St. James, Pray.
Yeah, 2000s.
Need to Breathe, The Outsiders.
And 2010s.
Francesca Battistelli, If We're Honest.
That is so good.
Oh,
now,
Karen.
have you picked the theme and all of that, Karen?
Of course, they're all the album title songs.
That's it.
Are you
well
serious?
done. That's the
Do you know
theme.
what? I didn't think anyone would get that.
Title track from each of those albums. There we go.
You're my hero, Karen. Well done.
Sensational.
Very impressive. That is amazing.
So there's a $140 voucher going out to you, plus a bonus prize for getting the theme as well. So good on you.
Yay! And you get my thanks for actually solving it so we can
that's
move on.
The dying cat can be laid to rest.
Oh, I'm so impressed.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Thanks for the call, Karen. Great to hear from you.
No worries.
Oh, well done.
I don't know if Fel's more excited or Karen.
I am so excited. Although I don't know, I don't think there's another one ready to go. So the rest of the week we might get off.
We'll see. Well, I have asked DJ to have another one in the can,
Oh, you
so
have.
we'll see. We'll see whether he gets that ready before tomorrow. If
whether
not,
it goes
you might
astray.
have another day or two to. You might just secretly hide it from our
knows?
site.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, we will hopefully have a brand new music machine to play same time tomorrow here on Vision. But let's have a listen, because we actually didn't listen to this one yesterday when we had. Who was it that guessed the right one yesterday? I can't even remember now. But anyway, someone picked the right one for Need to Breathe, The Outsiders. Let's have a listen to this song.
Shortfalls and little sins. close calls when no one wins. Stand tall but running thin. I'm wearing thin. Oh, why are we keeping score?
Shane and Shane Creed, you're waking up with Rise and Shine on Vision. And Robbo, last night I got to have a little sneak peek at The Forge. I didn't watch the whole thing because Murray puts me to bed at a certain time. So I got halfway through it. We're watching it. He's like, how far to go? I said, about an hour. Right, that's it. We're turning it off. Time for bed.
Classic.
Which I am thankful for because I do get up very early.
That's right.
I need my sleep.
You would have regretted it this morning if you'd said no.
But it was hard to turn off. A great movie and really does paint a beautiful picture of the importance of a father figure.
That's right.
And I got up to the point where, I can't really tell you about the movie, but
no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers. I can't say yet until everyone's watched it, but you'd certainly see that importance of a man stepping in and actually just that intentional discipleship.
Yes. Yeah.
Was really precious, I think.
And it really is intentional the way that these guys do it in the movie. And you'll certainly see it if you go. Now, we should mention it starts tomorrow. So in cinemas tomorrow.
That's why I was getting a bit
playing.
of a sneak peek. And tomorrow we're talking to the lead actress.
Yes.
So I'm pretty excited. Priscilla Shira, and I've been listening to her sermons. I'm reading her book, watching the movie. So we should be all good to go
You're all
by
full
tomorrow.
of Priscilla. But no, it's going to be great to chat to her. And obviously she'll have a perspective on this as well.
100%.
But we're talking about father figures today because obviously it's perfect timing for this movie to come out because it is Father's Day on Sunday. So we're looking at that and just asking you to give us a call and let us know, who's been a father figure in your life. Now, it might be a dad, but it could also be a coach or a school teacher
100%.
or a youth leader or who knows who it's been for you. So we'd love to hear who's been a father figure in your life. So give us a call on 1-800-316-316. And I've actually had a call already from Brian who wants to share about this. How are you going, mate?
Just tremendous.
Excellent. Good to hear. You got a father figure you want to share about?
Yeah, it'll be my dad, actually. Yeah.
Awesome. Tell us about your dad.
I'm one of the blessed ones that had a tremendous father. He was he died 6 years ago. He was 93. He was a World War II vet. He joined the Navy when he was 17 and turned 18 in the middle of the Coral Sea battle.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Wow. What a memorable birthday.
Yeah, and he was just a champion, strong fellow. Always taught us to have integrity and be strong and stand up for what you believe in. And so he's my hero.
That's great.
I'm one of the blessed ones. I realise that.
That's so good. And was he a believer, Brian?
He was. I led him to the Lord before he passed away. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. That is so
he had
good.
genuine belief in God during his life, but he just needed to cross the line. For sure.
Oh, that's great. Well, I'm so glad. What a great privilege to lead your own dad to the Lord.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I love that because you hear of people who have gone through the war and it was so traumatic that then they might have had trouble becoming a great dad.
Yeah.
What do you reckon it was in your dad that made him different when he came home and was actually able to connect with you so well?
Yeah, I don't know. He was not affectionate, but he cared for us. They sacrificed a lot for us. We grew up with horses. He was a farm manager. So he never had a lot of money, but they sacrificed a lot for us. Looking back, you think, gee, we always had horses, and how expensive they are.
Yeah,
that's right.
And, more than ever now, of course. But I don't know. I just
a good man.
Just a good man. Just loved Mum through thick and thin. And you talk about PTSD and that. He had a couple of bouts of depression during his life.
Yeah.
And we didn't put it all together till, only the last few years, really, that was probably left over from the war because they just buried everything and went on with their lives and put it behind them. He's very choleric, just,
Matter of fact.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
Just be strong. Put it behind you. Don't be a sook. Just get on with life.
Yeah, classic. Get up and dust yourself off.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, thanks for sharing, Brian. That's really encouraging. And I think you're right. I mean, it's wonderful when people have had a good dad. And so praise God that you did. And I appreciate you sharing a bit of his life this morning with us.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, and being able to pass it on to my boys and my girls. So it's been tremendous.
Wonderful.
Oh, Brian. Well, thank you. You're a blessing. We'll be thinking of you on Father's Day. and praying you have a fabulous day with your kids.
Yeah, well, they're all long distance, but we'll do something, yeah.
Excellent. Oh, that's great. Oh, bless you, mate. Thanks for the call.
You're welcome. God bless.
Well, make sure that you do something special on Father's Day, but let us know if you've got a father figure in your life. For Brian, it was his dad, but maybe for you it was someone else that's played the role of dad. Let us know. 1-800-316-316.
That's Andrew Ripp. Love's got away. And I love the line in that song. I'm having a bit of a chuckle about love getting out of the way. Quick, get out of the way of love. It's like love is violent in Andrew's
step
world.
left.
Just joking. But it does make me chuckle, but a beautiful, beautiful song.
This is Rise and Shine. We're talking Father's Day. Of course, it's on this Sunday, in case you've forgotten. But
that's true. Get some presents.
That's right. Get everything organised now. Don't leave it to the last minute. My daughter-in-law actually texted me, would have been, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, saying, Father's Day is coming up. Yeah, we want to book a table at a restaurant. I'm like going, wow, you're organised.
Oh, well, you have to. We booked a restaurant a month ago.
Yeah.
But my sister is the present getter. So she texted me last weekend, right, Dad, this is what I'm organising. I mean, yes, thank you. You just need one person in the family to be on it and you're all good.
That's very good. Hey, but let us know who is a father figure in your life. We're taking your calls today on 1-800-316-316. And Helen's given us a call. Who are you wanting to honour today, Helen?
I'd like to talk about my father-in-law.
Oh, nice.
I love that you want to talk about your father-in-law. What makes him so precious to you?
He's actually, sadly he's not living anymore, but when he was alive, he actually did say he wanted to be like my father because my father was living overseas for me at the time, and so that was really special, and he actually lived up to his word.
Oh, lovely. Oh, that's nice. So stepped in the gap for you.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he was amazing. He was very humorous, and he always had an encouraging word for me.
Oh, wonderful.
That is so precious, actually. And humour is very important. Was he like a dad joke type of a person, Helen? Was he like Matt Prater?
Yes, he was, very much so, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I also love the encouraging word.
Yeah, that's
we don't get a lot of those.
That's it.
Can you remember anything in particular that he said to you that's marked you, Helen?
Yes, I think he used to ask me, Helen, are you praising the Lord today?
Oh.
And that was an encouragement to remind me to thank God for everything, because I did have so much to thank the Lord for, as I always do.
That's great.
Oh, okay, I'm going to do that the same, Helen. Right, we'll take that on board.
Are you praising the Lord today? That's
what was your
question.
father's in-law's name, Helen?
Colin.
Right. Well, we'll call that Colin's question.
Yep. That's right.
That's a good one for us in the lead up to Father's Day.
Excellent.
Helen, thank you so much for ringing in and honouring him this morning. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. That was lovely.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye. Good morning, Gretchen. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, awesome. Are you calling about a father or a father figure?
A father figure.
Beautiful.
I'm a single mum, and a church pastor took my son under his wing when my son was in his early teens, and took on that role of sort of mentorship, discipleship. Took him camping, did all those sort of cool stuff that I, as a mum, was terrified of. And my son's grown up to this beautiful. With his own son, and he and his wife are now they run a kids' church and are very involved in the youth group.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's all because he had a fantastic mentor and male role model that led him in the way of the Lord. So,
that's brilliant.
Praise God.
That's really
Gretchen.
good to hear.
So encouraging.
What's the pastor's name?
Dave Bossard.
Wayne. Excellent.
Dave.
Dave, sorry.
Dave Bossard.
Well,
Excellent.
Pastor Dave,
Yeah.
a huge call out to you this morning, and it's amazing. I hope he realises what an impact he's had. I'm sure he's part of the life still, but what a blessing to
that's
be
awesome.
that pastor.
Absolutely. Yeah, he and his wife are continuing to mentor both my son and his wife. So, it's fantastic.
Generation.
It's really great.
Excellent.
Sounds like he could be in the Forge movie, actually,
Yeah, that's
Pastor
right.
Dave. We might need an
Yes,
Aussie version.
That's right.
Beautiful.
Oh, good. Thanks for the call, Gretchen. Lovely to hear from you.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Well,
God
you
bless.
can
Bye.
you can give us a call and share who has been a father figure in your life. 1-800 316 316, or you can text through. We've just had a text come in. We'll read that shortly. That's 0447 488 316. 0447 488 316. Let us know who's been a father figure in your life. Let's check in with the newsroom right now, though. Neil's got the latest for us. Vision National News.
The Rise and Shine podcast.
Toby Mac, nothing sweeter. You're waking up with Rise and Shine with friends. That's what I was going to say. I thought from now on I'll just say with friends, and
That's
then
right.
whoever's on, you're happy.
That's it. Well, it's Robbo today, but next week it'll be DJ. So looking forward to having him return on Monday.
So on the line, I've got Tanya. Tanya, it's awesome to talk to you as a newly minted Vision Ambassador. Very exciting.
It's very exciting.
Oh, I was so thrilled. Now, anyone who listens along to Rise and Shine would know you because you and Ollie are awesome. I feel like family because you're ringing in and chatting, and it feels like we spend every morning with you. So thank you. I love it.
Oh, thank you. He actually asked, he was hoping he was going to be on this morning, and he said, can I have a shout out, Mum?
Oh, well, a big shout out to you, Ollie.
He's on his way to school right now. So have a great day at school, Ollie. But tell us a bit about, for those that aren't familiar with you, Tanya, tell us a bit about yourself. You live in the hills of Adelaide?
Yeah, sort of just in the foothills of down south, so Happy Valley. So, yeah, it sounds like a beautiful place, and it is a beautiful place.
That's cool.
Kind of feels like you're not really in the city because there's lots of trees and nature and, yeah, so it's
awesome.
a lovely place to be, and it's near a big reservoir which has been opened up to the public recently, so we can get to go for walks around the big reservoir.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Have you lived in that area for a while, or where do you come from?
Well, I'm a Riverland, so anyone from South Australia would know where the Riverland is. I'm a Riverland girl originally, grew up in the country and in church in the country as a young child, but came to the city pretty much at early adulthood to become, I was going to become an actress actually originally.
Oh, wow.
And I got into uni, auditioned and everything, and always loved acting and singing. And then I was only in uni 6 months and decided I was going to join the police force. So I became a police officer. 8 years in policing. I nearly died as a police officer.
Oh,
So
wow.
that was kind of part of my testimony. I got beaten up and should have died, but I cried out to God as I was being beaten. And he, as one of the Psalms says, he pulled me straight out of that place.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, and, he's faithful. I'm not, and I came back to him soon after that and came back to the city to live, became a worship leader, got really involved with the youth and things. This is in my mid-20s, I think. And then sort of fell away again and went back to uni, became a teacher at this stage because the policing thing has sort of came to a big halt. Started teaching way north in the country up in Coober Pedy. Shout out to Coober Pedy people. And I only did 6 months there because they only needed me for 6 months really. And I went to Hawker then, which is another really isolated place.
Yeah,
up in the
that is.
And then from there, slowly moved back towards the city, went to Jamestown for teaching. And then I just needed a break from teaching, and I decided I'd go to Melbourne for a year was my decision. I was going to go to Melbourne for a year just to do something completely different, act, sing again. That pulled me back in. And got into a couple of little roles over there. But I met my future husband there. And that's where we started making a life for ourselves. So, and then 6 years later, it wasn't a year, it was 6 years later, we came back with a child.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and made our home back here in Happy Valley, which I'd never lived south, but that's where we are, and we feel very established here in the church we're in. And yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I think probably COVID, as lots of people could probably identify with, it was a real shaking time for people, and it shook us back to God even closer. It drew us really close to Him. And I can't imagine ever looking back again, because I just feel like I've just been so drawn, and things have changed forever in my mind for us and for my walk, and just totally on fire for God and getting, Jesus to people and people to Jesus. And that's where we're kind of sitting put at the moment. And my teaching career kind of came to a bit of an abrupt halt in COVID as well. So I'm just a disciple of Christ now.
Excellent.
I don't identify as being a teacher or an ex-police officer or anything anymore. I'm just me.
Excellent. That's so good.
We are so thankful for you, Tanya.
Yeah.
What a beautiful story. You can just see God in that all the way, can't you? Like weaving together.
Yes.
To where you are now.
It's so good. We are talking with Tanya, who is a Vision Ambassador, brand new Vision Ambassador in just the outer suburbs of Adelaide in South Australia. We're going to continue our conversation after this.
Jordan Felice, praise God for that. And someone that we're praising God for is our brand new Vision Ambassador, Tanya. And we've got her on the line, zooming in from South Australia. Tanya, one thing that I'm amazed at, and how come you put your hand up to be a Vision Ambassador?
Well, I was already doing what I thought an ambassador would do anyway. Like I just a beautiful friend, shout out to my beautiful friend Katarina. She, I had a coffee catch up twice a year. We really catch up, and I caught up with her and she said, have you tuned into Vision? And I said, what's Vision? I couldn't believe it because I'd been getting the word of the day for a year at least, I think. I'd been in the word of the day, but something had not computed, even with the advertisements on the back and everything. I hadn't made a connection that there was a radio station. It was so good. And so when she said that, I literally tuned in and I haven't turned the radio off since. So,
wow, that is brilliant.
And I just started saying to people, especially Christians that I found struggling, I would say to them, you need to get in the word. And then, Matthew, I think it's Matthew 13 came to me. In fact, my pastor always speaks Matthew 13. She said it's about the ground. The seed gets sown, but sometimes it falls on the wrong kind of ground, and we want people to be fertile. And so I really started understanding this, and I'd say to people that I could see struggling because I could see the seed, yes, they've heard the word, but it's not really gone deep, and they need to have the word. So people say, you need to get in the word, but that wasn't computing with them. So I started saying, you need to turn Vision on. And so I was just doing that ambassador thing in the sense of just saying, pointing people to Vision, because I thought if they're not able to get their Bibles out and diligently read their Bibles all the time, then to have this playing, this is the best thing they can have playing. In the nighttime, if I can't sleep, I turn Vision on and I can have it playing, and it's sowing, permanently sowing.
That's awesome. That's so good. I reckon there's a lot of people like you, Tanya, that are already ambassadors, but they're just sort of unofficial. They do that without even realising it. So I'd love to have them jump on board and become official, because obviously by doing that, you're going to be able to be resourced by Vision as well. Gwen does a great job getting promotional material out, or if there's an event on, you might be able to attend an event on our behalf. So it's great to have that, I guess, formal partnership. But I reckon there's a lot of people that are like you, just already so passionate about what they're hearing and reading and being a part of. But good on you for doing that, for putting your hand up and for becoming an official ambassador for Vision. And we really appreciate you being prepared to put it out there for us.
Yeah, and it's a little unsure the role at this stage, because I think everyone will probably have a different kind of role in what they do and what they feel comfortable doing. But I've ordered some brochures, some Vision brochures and some Vision prayer brochures as well, because you've got the prayer line. And I've thought, I love walking my area, and especially with my family, I love dragging the family out for a walk as well. So, I've just envisioned the movie The Forge is coming up this week, and I went to see it on behalf of Vision. Thank you so much. And it was the best thing I've ever seen. And before the movie started, there was a guy at the door, and he had all these brochures and posters and things, and I was like, oh, I need to get my hands on some of them. And I went in and sat down and behaved myself, and then I just felt so prompted to go and speak to him. So I went out to him again and said, is there any chance I could just take a little wad, because I'd really love to drop them in people's mailboxes in the area, and we just need to get people to see this, and not that I'd even seen the movie yet, so I didn't even know what I was in for, but he was really gobsmacked, because at the end of the movie he came out and said, we really need you to get this movie out to people. And I was like, already done. I decided what I needed to do. So, and I did the drop on Sunday actually, because I thought if I do it too early, people will forget that it's this week it's starting. So I did it on Sunday, and I was feeling very poor at the time, and health-wise, but I just thought, no, I'm going for a walk and I'm going to go and do this, because I'm not letting any devil stop me. So out I went, and it was a very slow walk, but I got back to my street after this big loop that I did, and put my hand in my bag to get some more. There's about 4 more houses near my house that I hadn't dropped anything in, and there was not one left.
Oh, wow.
The 60 to 100 or whatever it was in the right letterboxes, and I was like, It's all done to her.
Praise God. That's
sowing
awesome.
the seed. Tanya, we're just so thankful for you and your beautiful heart, and I can't wait to hear more from you. I feel like I need to get you on to do some devotions with us. So you have encouraged me this morning, Tanya, and Robbo, but I'm sure everyone else as well. So thank you. We really appreciate you.
Oh, bless you so much.
Well, it's been great to chat, and just a reminder that if you want to sign up to be an ambassador like Tanya is, you can go to vision.org.au/ambassador, and you'll see all the details there to sign up, and Gwen will be in touch with you. But thanks again, Tanya. Really appreciate you being a part of it.
Thank you both very much.
Well, if you sign up, we'll be able to have a chat to you one day as well, which would be
that
nice.
is right. We are getting through our ambassadors. Every couple of weeks, we're going to have a chat with a different ambassador, because what an incredible program, and we're so excited to get to know everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without them, so it's a great thing. We've got news coming up soon here on Vision. It's Rise and Shine for your Wednesday morning.
Thanks for streaming the Rise and Shine Daily podcast. Please subscribe to the show, rate it on your favourite podcast platform, and share the link on your socials. It all helps get the word out.
Taya, gonna be good. You're on Rise and Shine with Fel and Robbo, and on the back of the Forge movie coming out, which is all about discipleship and the power of male role models in a man's life. But, I mean, it's also important for young ladies as well.
It is, yeah.
But also Father's Day coming up. We're asking about fathers and father figures.
That's right. Yes, it is Father's Day on Sunday. We're asking you, who's been a father figure in your life? You can call through, let us know, 1-800-316-316. Andrew's calling from Townsville. Who are you wanting to honour today?
There's actually two dads I'd like to honour. First of all, my father, my biological father, that unfortunately died just before my 18th birthday. So he was a fantastic man, but obviously didn't get to really know him. But at the age of 22, I inherited a father-in-law, Les Wood, and he was a fantastic father, a gentleman through and through.
Wow. I love father-in-laws being honoured.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Andrew, what was it about your father-in-law that really marked you? Is there something that you call out that you say, hey, that's what I'm going to do?
He was very calm. He never, he never got excited and shouted and screamed and that sort of thing. He was always very calm and collected, and he went about his business in a very Christian-like manner, although he wasn't a Christian until he turned 85, and Marianne, my wife, got him to come to church one day, and one of the evangelists from South Africa, Angus Buchan, actually got him to give his life to the Lord. This is 2 years before he died.
Praise God.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it's good to know that one day you'll be together in heaven, isn't it? And you can speak together about what a wonderful time it was.
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing, Andrew. Well, we want to honour him and yourself this morning. Thank you so much for calling and sharing your story.
Thank you, guys, and keep up the great work.
Thanks, Andrew. Have a great day.
You too. Yeah.
How are you, Kirsten?
I'm very good, thank you. And you?
Yeah, awesome.
Really good. Who are you ringing to honour today?
My dad.
Oh, lovely.
He went to be with our Lord 10 years ago, but he was a wonderful father to 4 children, and we followed him all around the state in his dream to be owning a cattle station. And he used to, every night before he went to sleep, he'd pray, and he had very severe arthritis in his later years, and he used to spend that time at night talking to the Lord.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Isn't that amazing? I love it that you knew he was praying.
Yeah, exactly.
Because often
great example.
Kids don't see that piece. But what it's so
I hadn't
encouraging.
thought of that.
It's awesome that you knew he was praying.
Yeah.
That's
how was it that you knew? Like, was he sort of in the living area, or did he kneel somewhere so that you kind of knew? Like, what was the indicator?
Yeah. Because of his bad back, he used to lie on the floor, and I'd get up at night, as you do, for some reason or other, and I would know.
Oh. That's such a comfort too, isn't it, as a child?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it is. And he lived the Christian life. He used to talk about God to us, and he brought us up in the faith. And he, wherever he lived or wherever he was, he would always, by the way he lived, show us how to live a Christian life. And I went through a very bad marriage, and I had to leave my husband twice. And each time Dad and Mum helped rescue me. And the second time, when I was successful escaping the abuse, Dad actually took me to my husband, and because my husband wouldn't accept that I was leaving him, he took me to the man and he stood by me and moved me away from the farm. And he, through what he did, and he took me to domestic violence and said to me, don't ever lose contact with these people, Kirst, because they're here to help you.
That's amazing.
Praise God for wonderful, godly men like your dad. Kirsten, thank you for being so brave and sharing with us this morning.
Thank you very much, and you have a great day. And Dad's in heaven, and he's in a good place now, and he's away from all the pain that he had.
Yeah, praise God.
Praise God.
Oh, thanks for sharing, Kirsten. You have a great day.
You too. Praise God. Bye.
Bye.
Let us know who's been a father figure in your life, 1-800-316 316, or you can text through on 0447 488 316.
Oh, that makes my day. I get very excited.
I just love watching Phil light up when I do that.
I'm usually excited when Robbo is willing to sing that.
That's
well
right.
done.
Well, let us know who's been a father figure in your life. We'll keep taking some more calls. We've got lots to share.
Love the Rise and Shine podcast? Tell a friend today.
Cain made for heaven. You're waking up with Rise and Shine with Fel and Robbo.
And we are talking father figures today because it is Father's Day on Sunday. And obviously, dads play an important role in our life, but oftentimes, dads are absent for one reason or another.
Yeah.
And so father figures can become really vital. So honouring father figures today and getting lots of calls and texts coming through. You can text 0447 488 316. And Jonathan's done that. He says, between the ages of 18 and 30, several men from church became mentors to me. I was going through some hard times during those years. Their advice informed my mind, but most of all, their love and listening ear still astound me.
Wow.
So isn't that wonderful?
It's encouraging to hear these stories, and that's why it's important to share them, because if you're a praying mum right now or dad, and you're praying for your kids and you're praying for those additional voices, that community, then there's hope, isn't there?
That's right. It makes a huge difference. So thanks, Jonathan, for sharing that. We are taking your calls as well, though. 1-800-316 316.
Good morning, Igor. How are you?
Hello, good morning. Good morning. I am fine. Thank you very much.
That's good. Who are you wanting to honour today, a father figure in your life?
Yes, I would love to honour my father figure. He was like my adopted father, Michael Kowalczyk. Michael Kowalczyk, who lived here in Adelaide, South Australia, and passed away 3 years ago at the age of 93.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wonderful.
That's so good. How did you come to be, partnered up with him?
I came to Australia about 20 years ago, and he was a founder and first pastor, one of the first pastors at the church that he was running here in Adelaide, a Polish Christian church. And he was a simple man, a very simple man, lovely heart. He worked in the railways and was a broiler maker, welder. But when there was a time and need for the community to have a spiritual leader, he stepped up to it.
That's amazing.
He was there. He was a founder of also a Ukrainian club here in South.
Wow. It's a big impact.
I haven't met a more humble person in my entire life.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Wow.
I had beautiful parents. I had lovely childhood. I grew up in an area near Ukraine border, my hometown in current Slovakia. But same like Michael Kowalczyk, he was Ukrainian born, and during the Second World War he ended up in labor camp in Switzerland, and he came as a young man here to Australia. And his story is amazing. His life story is so amazing that we are establishing, and we're going to be running Michael Kowalczyk's non-for-profit organization.
Oh, wow. That's great.
What a great way to honour.
Yeah, that's
a legacy.
Wonderful legacy. That's right.
Amazing.
Well, thanks for sharing that, Igor. That's really special. Thanks for your call today.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm just loving these stories, and they're still coming in by text as well. One that has just meant so much to me today is from Marianne in Queensland, and she says, I was a single mum. I needed assistance to raise a young man of God, very similar to the movie.
Yeah.
I prayed for God's help, and he supplied a group of men in my church who came forward and helped my son grow spiritually. Today, God's placed in his life some amazing mentors. He's a pastor now and is paying forward to the next generation. I'm just so encouraged by that story. And it's encouraging if you're a young man, seek out mentors. But if you're in a position to mentor others and can gather a group of men, what a great movement that is to be able to do and for the next generation.
Exactly. And that's really, The Forge is exemplifying that through this movie. So if you can get out and see it in cinemas, it starts tomorrow, but it really tells the story very powerfully of how that can have such an impact in a young man's life. So get out and see that one, certainly worthwhile. But let us know, who is a father figure in your life that you're honouring? Thanks, Marianne, for sharing that text.
Rise and shine on Vision.
And it's that time of the show where normally Robbo now picks a Petra song to take us into the day. Is that what we've got on store for you today, Robbo?
Oh, I've got something different for you today, Phil. Yeah, and it's not been me picking it, by the way. I've got to say.
Well, in my house, there has been discussion about whether or not legitimately other people have been picking all these Petra songs. So you're saying it's not you?
No, we had texts yesterday, and I think there was a voicemail the day before. But I have been enjoying them, I've got to say. But today, something a bit different. Abraham has sent a text, and he says he heard a song just last night, but he wanted to hear it again. It's a great song, actually. This is going back a little way. For a Kirk Franklin song, he had a group called God's Property that he performed with, and they did a song called Stomp. So this is a bit of an upbeat one. It'll certainly get you up and going for your Wednesday. By request for Abraham, so he said, come on, let's go. And this is one for you, mate. Stomp from Kirk Franklin and God's Property. I'll have to double check when this was put out, but it would be maybe 20 years ago. I'll let you know soon.
You better put them hands together and act like you know up in here. GP! GP, are you with me?
Oh, there we
That is
go.
brilliant. GP, are you with me?
There's a few hands in the air, like we can.
Oh, that's brilliant. So God's Property with Stomp. By request for Abraham this morning, he sent a text requesting that as our curtain call.
Well
and I've
done.
double-checked 1997 was when that came out. So older than I thought. I thought it was maybe early 2000s.
Well, let's not say that's old. I remember 1997.
Yeah, that's right. So true. Anyway, you can request your curtain calls as well. Do what Abraham's done by texting 0447 488 316. Or you can always call through and request yours, or you can go to Facebook, Instagram, send a fax or a postcard or whatever.
Or a pigeon.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
Give it a go.
Carry a pigeon.
I don't know where you get one from. I've got a budgie.
Yeah.
It doesn't do much. I don't think I could get
That's right.
it to actually do anything, responsible. But you never know. Anyway, it is time for us to go. Obviously, when we start talking about carrier pigeons, we've had enough, but it's time. We will be back tomorrow to have more fun and talk to Priscilla Shira. All going well.
Cannot wait for that. That's going to be
very
great.
exciting.
So, we're looking forward to that. Of course, tomorrow, The Forge releases in cinemas, and she is the main actor in The Forge, and we're going to be chatting with her about her role in the movie, because she was also in War Room.
That's right.
And she's actually playing her sister in The Forge. So it's like
and then her sister's in it.
Yeah, that's
right. So she's playing, she's got two roles in the one movie.
And
very
she hugs herself, which is quite, I don't know how they did that. We'll have to ask her.
It is when you're watching it, you're like, just a second, she looks identical. What's going on here?
Yeah.
So it is very exciting. We'll be having a chat to her tomorrow. If you've got some questions that you would like to ask, let us know and we'll try and fit them in. I've got quite a few, but I'd let someone else ask a question or two.
We'll ask your questions as well. So send a text if you've got a question for Priscilla Shira. We'll ask her that tomorrow. But we're out of here. Thanks for your company this morning. Stick around. We've got some good stuff on the way. Of course, the story just around the corner. And then Andrew will be hosting 2020 in half an hour.
Opening those talkback lines.
That's
all from us. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.